Hi Matthew. So this is day 2 of the renovations. I've done a little bit of demolition, so this is the only corner where the ceiling and the wall meets that I haven't touched. Everything else has been ripped out. The renovators of this house, before we bought it, did such a bad job that everything was cracking and bubbling underneath. If I had tried painting over it, it would have just opened up the seams even more in the ceilings. So I ripped off everything here. The only one that seems to be actually really good is this back one. I don't even want to try to remove it because it's as hard as a rock, so I don't know how they did that one properly, but everything else has been removed. Everything else, I think they just used mesh tape, so I had to cut little valleys to put what they call hot mud in here, and then I bought some Fibofuse, which is a very strong tape, and then I removed all of the old gunky tape, double-sided tape that they had on the walls. It's really stinky in here. Here's another one down here. The ceiling I marked down, it didn't crack, but there was some bowing, so I'm gonna have to screw it in place. I tried cutting where one of these bowing things were, and it was just the paper from the drywall, so they didn't tape over this seam, which is actually very weird because here's the seam. I don't think I moved over, but I followed it. I'm just gonna screw it in and again use Fibofuse. Lots of strong hot mud, and start working there. I contacted the electrician. He's gonna have to put an outlet here for the TV. They had an old cable thing here, which actually wasn't connected. I think what they did was they took this outlet and just flipped it for what will be your bedroom with my next project. So yeah, we went to Home Depot today. I got some scrap wood that I'll be using for that. That's an access panel to the bathtub where you can't even reach anything. I think they just cut a hole and then they didn't know how to patch it up with drywall and plaster, so they just left it. But now I'm gonna sand all of the walls. I'm gonna pre-fill all of this stuff. I was debating how to do this, but I'm gonna have to pre-fill, build it up with the hot mud and then tape over it, and then finish it all off. I will have to do a level 5 finish on this entire room because it's just so bad. This must have been their first room that they didn't know what they were doing, and they just learned from it because everything is just so bad in here. So yeah, the ceilings, you can't see it here. Let's see, maybe on this way, but you can see where all of the drywall matched together, and they tried plastering over it, but then you can see the little bumps and everything. So that's all going to be finished. If Daddy's going to do all this work, I want to do it properly so I don't have to do it again for a long time. If anything, just repaints, but you should not have to replaster walls and corners and everything. So yeah, well, we'll see how long it takes. You can see, like, even there, it doesn't show up that much on the video, but there's a big bow right here. It looks almost like a speed bump, so that's all gonna get fixed. Okay, so then until the next video, we'll see what my progress is.